Good morning, everyone. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. I got some hate mail, some hateful comments, as you can see on the screen. And this video is going to be about why I really don't care for homosexuality and why I don't agree with homosexuality. You have to understand, if you read up and look up the gay agenda, it tells you why they are promoting homosexuality everywhere you go, everything you see on TV, why they're trying to normalize it. When the fact of the matter is, I don't give a damn if anybody gets offended. The truth is the truth. Homosexuality is not natural. No matter what anybody tells you, homosexuality is not natural. So being gay is not natural. This has nothing to do with religion or anything like that. It's a fact. If you have the majority of the population being homosexuals, man and woman is not going to reproduce. So you have women liking women and men liking men. You're not going to, if the man and the woman does not have sex with each other, common sense, they're not going to reproduce. You cannot have a man fuck with another man, and a man can't have no kids, by the way. But his sperm can produce sperm to create life, but he needs a woman to insert his seed in her egg. And she carries that life for 9 fucking months. And that's how you produce a child. A woman cannot have a child without the man. You know, and I'm tired of this society trying to promote, well, it's healthy to have gay parents for a child. No, it's not. It's not normal. And you got lesbian couples trying to have kids, and they wonder why they can't have kids. Well, because a woman cannot have kids from another woman. Only she can have kids from another man. And I mean, it's common sense. I don't know what happened to the sex education in the school system. I forgot it's called sex miseducation because they didn't teach you right. Gay people cannot reproduce. You can have all the sperm banks you want, but if you have the majority population who's homosexual and heterosexual, let me rephrase this so y'all can understand, because I'm tripping over my words because I'm so upset. If you have the vast majority of the population who's homosexual, who's flat out gay and lesbian, you're going to have extinction of the human species or any species. If you had, same with other animals, if they're more so homosexual, what do you think is going to happen when they're homosexual as opposed to being heterosexual? They're going to be extinct. You need the vast majority of the population of any species to be heterosexual, to be straight, basically, not gay, straight. The only reason why the elites are promoting the homosexuality and trying to normalize it is for population control. You understand what I'm saying? It's about population control. Once they get the population in the right amount of numbers, they can control us. That's why China has a one-child policy. It's not because China's overpopulated. It's because of the fact it's a population control. Why do you think they're promoting abortions? Women getting abortions. Population control. It's complete genocide. In every ethnic group, there's the elites, and then you got racism and Caucasian supremacy. Let's be real. Who's running the supremacy? It's mostly Caucasians and Jewish people running the supremacy. Okay, and they want to commit genocide on all people, even killing their own people for population reduction and control. So I'm tired of arguing with you gay motherfuckers about the same simple concept. Y'all accuse, you try to shame straight people, heterosexual people like me, especially heterosexual men, that to accept this lifestyle of homosexuality and transgender, when you know damn well it's not fucking normal. It's a mental illness. If you study mental illness like I have, you understand that certain things are not normal. Y'all want a privilege for going against the grain, for having an unnatural lifestyle, and I'm not going to give you that privilege, nor support anybody having a privilege or special rights over another human being because of what they believe in. That's fucking stupid, and it's fucking wrong. You got women who want a privilege. You got Caucasian people who want to dominate and have white privilege over everybody else who's non-Caucasian. You got gay people, which is another form of Caucasian supremacy, who wants special rights and special privileges for a woman eating another woman's pussy, and not a man sucking another man's dick and fucking another man in the fucking ass, and a woman fucking another woman with a fake ass dick and inside another woman. That is nasty and that's disgusting. Y'all accuse, you gay people accuse heterosexual people for not liking you, but y'all are hypocrites. But y'all don't like heterosexual people, especially heterosexual men. You hate heterosexual men so badly, and I don't never understood why, especially so-called black heterosexual men. Yeah, I've been told there's a war on Caucasian men, but you know, I see where y'all going, but there's more of a war on the so-called black heterosexual man. You gotta understand Caucasian supremacy and racism, because I'm the most hated. The original man is the most hated man on the fucking planet right now. You know, they will be killing black men in large numbers and discriminating against black men in large numbers ridiculously and fucking us over because of domination and all that stuff and all that nobody's trying to dominate nobody within the so-called black community. The black community, in the so-called black community, ain't nobody trying to dominate another group over another group. Because we've been told to love everybody and care about everybody, but nobody gives a shit about us, and everybody treats us like shit. And we've been told to love our enemies and oppressors, which is sad and pathetic. And my people, who happen to be so-called black Americans, let them get away with it because they fell for that Jesus bullshit. Let me read the comments. Let me just read the comments right now. What's with the infidels and homophobia? My response: Jack, I'm not homophobic. Don't even try it. And don't want that bitch. That's referring to Nikki Sin. By the way, as far as infidels, true force loneliness is the real problem. Paraphrasing my words, so if you want to, I'm not going to read word for word. Big Boss Calvin, your words say otherwise. J.R. Lewis, you're pretty much homophobic. I remember you making a 40-minute video about how gays are ruining America, and they are ruining. They're not just ruining America. They're actually ruining the world. Because, like I said, population reduction. I guess a good amount of them are homophobic in order to scapegoat the blame for their place in life. And another reason that infidels tend to be immature and just might be weirded out by gay people. No. Wrong. Nobody hates y'all. I mean, but y'all hate. But the thing is, y'all get, because I don't agree with your lifestyle. Just because I don't agree with homosexuality, that does not mean I hate you or afraid of you. Being homophobic is not, and transphobic is not me hating you or being afraid of you. I have never attacked a gay person for being gay, being homosexual. No, I have never came across a transgender, never attacked them, but done harm to them, never killed any of those people. But all I say is keep your business to yourself and don't try to convert me and force me to like something I don't like. I'm tired of men putting on dresses, pretending they're like women and trying to go after straight men and try to get these faggots who put on these damn dresses, trying to get straight men into liking them. And you wonder why you get killed, because you're trying to pose yourself as a female. And when the man finds out that you're not a female, he kills you. He has the right to kill you. And I don't know how it is with women posing as men, fronting as men. I mean, you know, if a woman finds out that she's dealing with another woman, I guess you'd be upset, because you cannot deceive somebody. That's a form of abuse and rape. You know what I mean? Back to the comments. JR was having, all you have to do is look into the New World Order agenda. Homosexuality and transgender is not natural. That's all I'm saying. I don't agree with people having special rights and privileges for those who choose, for who they choose to sleep with. That's ridiculous. The gay agenda is used for population control. To me, people can like what they like, but don't try to say that it's okay and normal. That's all I'm saying. Don't try to convince the world that you should like what I like. You know what I like in a woman, but I don't try to convince other guys that they should like women's feet and suck toes like I like to do to women. But I'm not saying I should get a special privilege and special rights because of that. I mean, because if they're going to get special rights for who they choose to sleep with, how come we can't get special rights for what we like in another human being in terms of fetishes? I mean, it's getting out of hand, the society. And then this motherfucker, J.R. Lewis, talks about take off your tinfoil hat. Gays are universally discriminated against the entire world in the U.S. Even in gay, I'll say it again. Take off your tinfoil, he says. Gays are universally discriminated against in the entire world, even in the U.S. No, that's not true. You are the most protected group and the most pandered, taken care of group, just like the feminists, just like the women. You know who's the most discriminated group? It's people who have dark skin, who have melanin skin. People who you call black people, Nubian people, people of color are the most discriminated and hated group. So-called black people are the most discriminated group and the most hated, disliked group in fucking America. Yes, and even in the world, we are the most disliked people in the world, thanks to Caucasian supremacy and racism. And that's part of the New World Order agenda too, racism. And you see this kind, J.R. Lewis, not gay, faggots are not discriminated. Faggots and gays are they're one and the same. Gay people who are homosexual are not really discriminated against. Like I said, they're the most protected class and the most pandered, taken care of group. Not gays and feminists are the most protected and privileged groups, having more rights than anyone else, and that's a fact. Cops are not profiling, gunning down faggots and transgender gender people. They're not. You don't see cops gunning down gay people and gays and transgender people in large numbers like they're killing so-called black folks. They're not. You don't see lynch mobs going after gay people in massive numbers. They don't go after the most protected groups who don't have a problem with cops are the women and the gays. The gays and the feminists are the most pandered and the most catered, the most taken care of, protected group. They have more rights and special privileges over everybody else, and that's a fact. And this what made me want to make this video. Let me get rid of this. Read it right here. I'm going to zero in. Big Boss Calvin 83. Really disappointing mindset. Yeah, bro. I'll read it again because this is real blurry for me. Real disappointing mindset you have, bro. I'm not your bro. Shouldn't you, as a black man, be able to sympathize with gays by understanding their plight instead of giving away to bigotry? First of all, I'm not a bigot. And don't try to shame me into saying I don't sympathize with other people. But why should I sympathize with gays? When Tamar Rice got killed by the crooked racist cop and Sandra Bland got killed, she got killed in prison. She got harassed by the police, falsely arrested and profiled, and she got locked up and got killed in jail by the crooked justice system. And same with Freddie Gray, same with Mike Brown, and countless others. Where were the gay people marching saying, hey, this is wrong. This is wrong for you to profile black people, cops, and government. It's wrong for you to discriminate against black people. And you gay motherfuckers and transgender motherfuckers do not say shit when black people are harassed and killed by the cops or killed by random racist Caucasian people, and not just Caucasian people, but prejudiced non-Caucasian people as well, like the Hispanics and Latinos and the Asians and the East Indians and the Arabs, who don't like black people as well. And those same groups who want to talk about our struggles the same, just like yours, just like these other groups, just like the other ethnicities who are non-Caucasians and the feminists and the gays. When something happens to so-called black people, these motherfuckers do not march, do not protest, do not help us in our causes. They do not say anything. They do not protest in any kind of way. Do not donate aid. Do not help us in our struggles, in our plight as black people. And in America and around the world. No, you motherfuckers are quiet. Wherever you gay motherfuckers, when, like I said, when Sandra Bland was murdered in police custody, when Tamar Rice was murdered by the racist cop, Mike Brown was murdered by the racist cops, when Dylan Roof, I think that's the guy's name, that racist Caucasian guy, went into a so-called black church and shot up a bunch of black people in the church. How come how come you gay people did not protest? And I'm not saying the select few that spoke out and say, hey, this is wrong. I'm talking about the vast majority of you motherfuckers, just like you other ethnic groups. When something happens to black people, you motherfuckers are quiet. You don't give a damn about us, but when something happens to y'all, you want to come back, you want to come to the black community and cry and beg for help and talk about your struggle is just like your struggle is just like our struggle. No, it's not. And throughout history, the Black Holocaust, that's what black people are going through, and that's what happened to us in the past, and we're still going through the Black Holocaust right now. Especially you gay motherfuckers, y'all don't say shit, y'all don't do shit, you don't offer a helping hand, you don't donate aid or nothing to black people. Just like the other groups don't give a shit about black people. Y'all don't sympathize with us. When we are harassed by racist Caucasians and these prejudiced non-Caucasian groups for whatever fucking reason, for no reason, were bullied and harassed and picked on. Gay people don't say nothing. They don't fight with us. Same with other groups. They don't fight with us. Same with, especially the feminists, the National Organization of Caucasian Women. I mean, the National Organization of Women don't fight with us. When we're falsely lied, when black people are falsely lied on, accused of something, and they know we're innocent, nobody says nothing. When we are lynched and killed to this day, gay people and other groups don't say nothing. Gay people and feminists and other groups don't say shit. They don't. When we murdered, when we are profiled and harassed and falsely arrested or just flat out shot and killed by the racist cops and they get off, gay people don't say shit and other people don't say shit. But these motherfuckers want to talk about, oh, our struggle is just like yours. No, it's not. Get the fuck out of here. When was gay people hung for being gay? When were feminists being hung for being? When were women, particularly Caucasian women, because they want to speak on women's issues, but they don't give a damn about. They didn't say shit when black women were raped. When the Caucasian man was raping and pillaging the fuck out of other women of other ethnicities, especially killing off the indigenous women and raping the fuck out of them, cutting their stomachs open and ripping and just killing their unborn children. Where were y'all at? You know what I'm saying? People always talk about, well, why do you always talk about race? Because race matters. You know, if you're not, see, this is what I'm talking about. If y'all understand racism and live through racism, but this particular Caucasian people who like to scream reverse racism, my thing is, if you understood racism as the way it is, you will understand that how you look determines how successful you are in life and how you are treated in life. In the same way when it comes to your gender, if you're a heterosexual male, you are considered a rapist, you are considered a pedophile, you are considered a thug, you are considered a criminal, especially if you're a non-heterosexual Caucasian male. That is a fact. So like I said, I mean, to gay people, when stuff happens to black people and they're treated unfairly, or it just happens to straight men, or I can even say when shit happens to straight men, when they're falsely accused of something, like falsely accused of rape, domestic abuse, falsely accused of molesting or raping a child, y'all don't say shit. But when something happens to y'all, you cry and talk about you are a complete victim. Y'all no different than the feminists. But when something happens to the straight man, or something happens to black people, y'all don't say shit. So y'all can miss me with that bigotry and homophobic stuff, because most gay people do not like heterosexual men. Most homosexual males do not like straight males. They're jealous of straight men, especially if they're a man of color. Just like the women. I mean, you got a bunch of women who are homosexual who hate men, but they try to act like men. It's fucking funny. Men, the heterosexual man, regardless of what ethnic group you are, but if you are a man of color, you are the most hated person on the planet. But everyone wants to compare, when you're a so-called black person, particularly a black man, everyone wants to compare their plight to your plight when they don't have a plight. Gay people, like I said before, you can hide your sexual preference or who the fuck you want to sleep with, but I can't hide my skin color. When I walk out my front door, I have to worry about what's going to happen to me, you know, on a daily basis. When I get in my car, I have to worry about what's going to happen to me. When I walk into a store, I have to worry about what's going to happen to me. When I go outside for a walk, I have to worry about what kind of shit I might get into. Even if I'm in the privacy of my own home, people are watching me. When the people see me come out my house or go in my house, I have to worry about people falsely accusing me of anything. When I get on the computer and start talking to people like I'm doing right now. I know people are watching me. When I'm in my house looking at what I'm watching, or on my laptop looking at what I'm looking at and doing what I'm doing, I have to worry about, hey, I can be arrested, I can be thrown out of my own home, I can be killed, I can be gunned down anytime. You gay people don't have to worry about that. You don't worry about that. Especially if you're Caucasian, y'all don't have to worry about that shit. But people of color have to worry about that shit, especially if they're a man of color. That's the difference. When something happens to a gay person, that when something happens to people who are homosexuals, there's justice right away. But when something happens to a straight person, there's no justice. When something happens to a person of color, there's no damn justice. Y'all gay people you gay people are selfish. Just like the feminists and other groups, y'all don't care about me. Y'all don't care about people of color. You don't care about black people, because we catch the most hell in this country, even in the world. We're the most disliked people on the planet. Like I said, you can hide your sexual preference, because you liking the same sex is a preference, a choice. Yeah, people. I understand they put shit in the food. They put hormones in the fucking hormones in the foods and drugs and poisons, just like they do in the water and even in the air. That causes sexual confusion and fucked up development in most people nowadays. Then you got the programming of the media and all that shit, brainwashing the fuck out of us, where people are sexually confused on who they are. That's why I say homosexuality is not natural and a mental illness. Like I said before to you motherfuckers, you gay motherfuckers, you can hide your sexual preference, but I can't hide my skin color. So know the damn difference and shut the fuck up and drink a hot glass of hot, shut the fuck up and get off my ass. Peace.